continue to do the job that has been set before them. Let us deliberate on all the business of this day, and let everything be done decently and in order. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Another footnote, we are trying something new in the city council meetings from now on. Just bear with us, but from now on the fact sheets will be posted so that the public can have view of the fact sheets and the things that we're voting on, everything associated with it. So those fact sheets will be posted on the screens. Again, it's the first time, so we got to work out some kinks. So bear with me. At this time, I want to take a point of personal privilege so that now we can recognize Mr. Hargrave. Whoever's supposed to handle that. Okay. Is that, I'm assuming that's me. Right. We got Mr. Hargrave. Mr. Hargrave was the third prize winner in a C-SPAN student documentary competition. In reading on it, just to give you a little bit of information, Mr. Hargrave did a film. I'll let you explain. Tell them exactly what you did. Yes, right there.
Okay. I made a documentary about just problems and stuff that was going on in my life, like addiction, stuff that I explained in the video. But not only did I get a lot off my chest, but I also made it apparent that it's a problem that we need to recognize and really do something to try to oppose and try to fix.
Right.
So.
And that was a national competition. And Mr. Hargraves, if you go back and see, find it on, it's on YouTube, I think is where I saw it at. And it shows you that addiction is not just prevalent to one color, one race, one gender. It affects everybody. And when you see his video, it will show you the impact of a lifelong impact that addiction can have on you. So at this time, Mayor, Mr. Mayor, mind come taking the picture with
Mr.
Oh, they gonna show it?
Yes.
See, I'm all out of order. Go ahead.
When you think of problems in America, what comes to mind? Immigration, healthcare, education, law and order, inflation? Most politicians focus on these things, but in return, other aspects and issues are left ignored. This documentary is focused on one of the most overlooked problems in our nation. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Greg Hargrave, Luke Hargrave's father.
I'm Luke Hargrave, and this is how America is too addicted to change. Recent data shows 48.5 million Americans battle a substance use disorder, but addiction has affected my life ever since I was a child. Even from my earliest memories, I can't help but remember the pungent smell that it left in our house. Growing up, I started to realize what my parents were doing and how it could affect my life. Turns out, it already was, and my dad ends up in prison for months with no acknowledgement for his actions. But I'm not the only one whose life was changed by addiction.
I'm Patricia Hargrave. I'm the grandmother of Luke Hargrave. I think addiction can be cured, but it's up to each individual if they want it for themselves. Because if they don't, we can wish and want for years. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately their decision. Each addict has their own journey to take. And at the end of the road, I pray that they all take the right decision.
In 2020, my mother passed away from an opioid-induced overdose. This is what caused my father to spiral, which led me to moving cities and having to start my life again. I asked my dad some questions about addiction and its effect on our lives. This is how he feels.
Addiction has affected our lives greatly. It's basically ruined to my addiction. My mother has taken joint custody of my son, and I've basically lost everything that I cared about. And it's been pretty rough.
This is what my old house looks like now. Overgrown, abandoned, and barren. My entire world was flipped in just one day because of an issue that we can still solve. Addiction is a problem that needs to change.
How's school been?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all A's.
Awesome. So proud of you. It's great.
Well, I love you.
You too. Miss you.
I miss you too.
Can't wait to go to rehab. Can't wait to get out of here. Should be soon.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor? I just read this proclamation. You want to present this? Sure.
So, under the authority vested in us by the sovereign state of Louisiana in our official capacity as city council members and the mayor of Lake Charles, we hereby present the certificate of honor to Luke Hargrave, third prize winner. Congratulations, Luke.
All right. At this time, we're going to have a point of personal privilege for Mr. John Cardone.
Thank you, Mr. Marks. I appreciate it. And just a couple of minutes of y'all's time. I want to acknowledge some couple of people out here today. I'd like to first off take this opportunity to recognize Mayor Hunter. Who I've had the opportunity to work with over the last 8 years. Mayor, we've been through many challenges over the years, but a lot of positive changes happened in Lake Charles and southwest of Louisiana as a result of your dedicated service and leadership, and we sincerely appreciate it. It's been a privilege for me to work with you, and I congratulate you on a very successful 8 years that you've had. Again, I appreciate your friendship, your leadership over the years, and your dedication to servicing the citizens of Lake Charles. Thank you very much, and I wish you and your family the very best.
Thank you.
Come on up.
Thank you.
Please say a few words. This is the best we could do.
Oh, it's not a Rolex.
Yes,
All right.
well, there's one down in the bottom.
Thank you.
Recognition, leadership, and dedicated service, City of Lake Charles, Mayor Nick Hunter, 2017,
Very kind.
2025.
Thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Mayor.
that. Thank you, John. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, everybody here today. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. It's been a great 8 years. We got a lot accomplished. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all.
Mr. Guillen, you have some things?
Yes, I would like to first acknowledge that I appreciate working with you, Mayor. It's been a privilege and a pleasure, and we've done a lot of things together. So I want to let you know that I appreciate working with you, and good luck to you and your family in the future. But I also want to say this is the end of 28 years for me at this council. I guess I may as well stay.
Preach it, brother.
Yeah, this is time to preach, huh? 28 years, and a lot of people may not realize this, but when you have dedicated your life to do good for the public, you get busy and you forget about time, and when you think about time, you realize that you've stayed far longer than what you planned to stay. I realized 28 years was enough, and I've done the best that I could, and I've had a good time working, not only with this mayor, but with the incoming mayor, Mr. Marshall Simeon, that will be coming in. We worked together on the council, and I enjoyed working with these guys and this wonderful young lady here, Mrs. August, in the years that we've done great things. And so I want to let the public know that I thank you for your support, and I'll wish our new people coming in the very, very best. Thank you so much.
I've often thought about writing a book about my life, and I was stumped on the title, and I would always think of the title would be, Who Would Have Thunk?
Who would have thought?
I was raised by my grandmother. We weren't rich, but I didn't know we weren't rich. I had a very nice childhood. I started school, college, working my way through, and when I got married, I told my husband, I said, I'm going to stay home and just have kids. And he said, no, that wouldn't be wise. He said, something could happen to me, and it would be up to you to take care of children if we had some. So he encouraged me to get the education. I got my bachelor's, my master's, I got a minor, and I stopped at getting another degree. I had thought of getting a degree in library science, but I wanted it to be with industrial corporations, and he took it upon himself to go to LSU and find out what he could, and on his way to a convention in which I was with him, he got off the highway, and I said, where are we going? He said, don't worry about it. And when we got to the library, the lady said, oh, Mr. August, is this your wife? And then she started telling me about this program. And I was kind of peeved at him, because I told him when we got back in the car, I'm through. I'm tired. I'm tired of going to school all the time. But anyway, after he passed so suddenly, it's the strangest thing. 2 weeks before Alan died, he came home and he was laughing, and he said, I was just talking to the guys, and well, Alan had lost 3 members of his family already, one behind the other. And one of the guys said, Alan, if something happened to you, who would you want to take your place on the police jury? And he told me, he said, I told him my wife. And I said, me? And he said, yeah, you take care of a lot of the things that come through me. I took his calls. I attended meetings with him, and I got an idea of what government with the police jury was about. So when he died suddenly, and it was presented to me to serve in his place until an election could be called, I took it with no hesitation, because he had already told me he would like for me to do it, and I didn't want to let him down. So for 6 years I served on the police jury, and then after that, when A.B. Franklin won state rep, he presented to me that the city council would like for me to serve, and I ran, and so now I've served 17 years, 23 years altogether in politics, and I never thought it would happen that way. And then when you think about it, my husband's 18 years, my 23, there's been, for 41 years, people have put their trust in an August, a husband and a wife. I'm very appreciative of that. I thank all the people that I've served with, we've had minor disagreements, but then it was understood once we stepped down, that was over. We had another thing to think about the next time. So I appreciate everybody. I've worked with 2 mayors. They've been extra good to me. There's hardly been anything that I've asked for District B that I didn't get. And then with Mayor Hunter, there's some things that are visibly seen, can be seen. We've got the walking trail, the Nellie Lutcher Cultural District with the park, and I could go on, and I'm not going to bore you, but I had a good run. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not disappointed that I'm not coming back, but I congratulate the person who won. I wish him the best for District B. I wish he gives all his energy to District B as I've tried to do, and I hope District B will cooperate with him as they have cooperated with me. So thank you, City of Lake Charles. I've had a good run. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Any other council members? Go ahead.
I've been here 20 years, and it's been really good. Working with Mayor Hunter, I think we've gotten a lot of good things accomplished together as a team. From lakefront development and development on Enterprise Boulevard, and really development throughout the city, shepherding us through the 2 hurricanes, all the natural disasters, 2 hurricanes, the freeze and the flood. And I think we're definitely in a better place now than we were 8 years ago. So thank you for your service to the city.
I would just say briefly, Mayor, it was a pleasure working with you. You know, although you're a young buck, I learned a lot of things from you. I learned that disagreement doesn't always mean adversarial. It just means that we got different views on how things should be accomplished. And through this administration, working with these people that are up here, we learned how to disagree without being adversarial. You know, we still got to get the mission. The goal is we're all trying to achieve the same goal, making Lake Charles a better city. We just have different views on that. And I think until you get on this side and see the other side, you don't understand the complications and the nuances that you have to do to get into those situations to do the best for the city. But Mayor Hunter was great at doing that. My colleagues were great at teaching me and Mr. Harvey, the other young buck, on how these things are done. You know, because for the first time in the history of Lake Charles, we're losing a lot of knowledge today at one time. So we're gonna need a lot of help and resources and commitment from the community. We expect the same things that you expect of us. And without this knowledge that we have here now, we're basically babies moving forward, trying to learn and how to navigate this. So we welcome the new mayor to come in, and we're willing to work and do everything to move this city forward. And we need the community to understand. You may hear us like we used to do with Mayor Hunter and Mr. Cordone. We don't always agree, but the mission is still the same, to drive the city and do what's best for the city. So, Mayor, thank you for your years of service. At this time, we're going to go forward. We have a few people that we need to recognize right quick. I'll see what the order is once we get to it. Where we go? Mr. Mayor, on behalf of the City Council, we'd like to present you with this this beautiful award. I don't want you to stick yourself with it.
No, I'm good. Thank you, man.
But
Appreciate that. Thank
yes,
you,
sir.
Greg. Thank you all so much. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna start with the old man of the group. This is Mr. Rodney Guillen for 28 years of service. We appreciate everything that he's done. All these years that you saw him up there, he's really been doing a lot of work. Mr. Guillen?
I've said what I had to say.
This is the mother of the group, Miss August. 17 years of service that she's given to the city, and we appreciate you, Miss August. Financial wizard, Mr. Eckert, 16 years of service to the city. Thank you, Mr. Eckert.
I feel like the young guy compared to these other folks up here. I do appreciate it. I just want to say thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege. Like Mr. Guillen, my good brother, said, you know, you don't realize where the time goes, and wow, it's been 16 years already. I do appreciate the friendships I've made here. Appreciate all you folks. John, Mayor, it's been a privilege. And Marshall, I know you'll do a good job going forward. Mr. Wiesno, take care of my spot, okay? Thank you.
In case you didn't know, for the last 16 years, Elvis has been in the building. Mr. John, how are you?
Thank you so much. So deeply grateful to serve under this administration. Y'all are great, great people, great friends. Can't thank you enough for what we've accomplished. So it's such a pleasure to work for y'all and for the citizens of Lake Charles. Also want to thank my family. My mom and dad are here tonight, so thank y'all so much. Y'all inspired me to be in public service. They were student body presidents at McNeese State and kind of inspired me to run for student body president, so that kind of got me on the road to politics. So thank y'all so much. My dad always comments, if I'm not in the paper any given week, he's like, I see Eckert in the paper every week. Why? I said, Dad, I have a day job. I can't cut ribbons all the time. Special thanks to my wife and kids. I did the math. I think we had over 600 and something meetings, and you know, they had an empty spot at the dinner table a lot, and I appreciate the support from each one of you. I love you very much.
At this time, Mr. Mark Krause. All right.
So this evening, I wanted to talk about some things that I experienced in my time with most of you guys. Mr. Harvey, I didn't work here at the police department when you came on, but I have watched you and I have seen that you do a lot of great things. And I also felt very comfortable today when I called you, Mr. President, when I just was able to reach over at the phone. Like he's telling me I got 1 minute already. Look, I hadn't publicly spoken years, so y'all just tuck in. We have soft drinks coming, so we'll be a while. It was really good and refreshing to know that we're from a big town, but it's small enough to be able to call the president of the city council, and he says, Mark Krause. I had talked to you in I don't know how long, and I said, hey, listen, I really want to come talk tonight to tell the people that are leaving the council how much I appreciate them. My dad just died a few months ago. We're talking about time, and time is a commodity, right? You mentioned time, Coach Guillen mentioned time, and the older I get, the more I realize how valuable it is. Younger, I didn't really do that. I just ran hard and, you know, did the best I could, but now that I see people that are friends of mine, and my dad just recently passed, and, you know, that's affected us all. So the time that you guys have put in for our city is something worth me coming up here as a retired police officer and deputy police chief to come say to the four of you, thank you so much for doing so. It does not go unrecognized, Mark Eckert, as my city council member, that every time I called you, a grunt happened, and then you answered the phone because you knew it was me calling. I would hear, ugh. And then he would call, and I'd ask how come the hole in the street wasn't fixed that I called about yesterday, right? But I wanted to personally thank you to tell you that I appreciate you taking my phone calls and being a city council member. And when I was a police deputy chief, you always were advocates for these guys in those police cars, and that was huge. That is huge for them. Miss August, they said you were the mother of the city council, and I can't tell you how accurate that is from being on this side of city government and law enforcement. Miss August taught me in 7th grade. She just reminded me, she told me, go to the principal's office more than any other kid. But I walked up and told her hello, and we reminisced about some old times, and she always had a very motherly instinct that allowed me and us in law enforcement to convey the message to you how we saw it and what we thought. And oftentimes, more often than not, you supported us. And then sometimes that teacher came out in you and you kind of gave us a real low-toned conversation piece that made us think differently, that you were in charge in that room. And I love an independent woman because my mother raised 3 strong boys and she's independent, and you are a motherly figure. And I love you for it. I love you for being very kind to me and us. Coach Guillen, wow. I mean, how far back have we gone? Years. He coached me in junior high school, got me hired on at the police department, at the sheriff's office first, then the police department. And there were often times when I, as a man, wanted to talk to another man who's been down the same road that I'd been down, and he was a great mentor of mine. And I could pick up the phone, as I often have, and called Coach Guillen, and he introduced me to people as his son. And I said he was my dad. So I wanted to come today and say to you, thank you so much for treating me so well. I think that it's very important that people in public service get people understand what Craig just said about how difficult it is sometimes. And I saw that. Every time a major crime would happen in a district, whoever it was, I would call that city council member at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, this is what we got. I just want to let you know. I didn't want you to wake up to constituents calling and saying, this is the problem that we're having, and you not know about it. And y'all all answered it, and I'm grateful to you for it. John, I don't know how long, I tried to find out today, what year did you get elected?
Same as Eckerd, 16 years ago.
16 years ago?
2009.
2009.
I was talking to John today about something unrelated. He called me because he needed me. And that has often happened in the past, where he would call me, or I would call him because I needed to get something squared away for the agenda, or I needed to talk to a city council member about something, and never did the phone ever get answered. Unless he was with somebody and he wanted to be impress them because it was probably a client of his, and he would say, Deputy Chief Krause, hold on, I'm stepping out. How can I help you? And I said, you're using me again, John. He said, yeah, you're absolutely right. So 2010, you said you got elected, and the same goes here. We cut up a lot. We eat lunch regularly and have a good personal relationship, and I've watched you on the council reach out to police officers in their time of need and show the support for them, not only as a city council member, but as a good, decent human being. And that's something that I don't think we have in politics anymore, is decency. And I think we have that on this board. I guess the last part, outside of me fixing to speak about Mr. Hunter, but the last thing I have to say about John is, and maybe to all of y'all, but more specifically on this case, John, I really appreciate the landmark legislation of the only bill that you had passed, probably, which was the jaywalking bill at 18th Street and Lake Street that Don Dixon used to mess with you about. A jaywalking bill, that's big time. I mean, we ought to give you another award for that one, right? I do appreciate you.
Tickets have you written, most?
I do appreciate you, John, and you did a great job. All of y'all did a great job. Mayor Hunter, thanks, man. I appreciate the phone calls after I left, just checking in for no reason. Mark, how you been? I hadn't heard a loudmouth running through the halls lately, and I had some time to say hello, and I'm grateful to you. You have a beautiful family and kids, and you got a lot to look forward to in the future. And on behalf of me and my family, to all of y'all, even the ones that aren't leaving, thanks for your service. We do appreciate it. We may not call you every day and tell you that, but those relationships, Mark and Mr. Harvey, I know that you know a lot of people and you've been around. I didn't mean to omit you, but I know that you guys are the newest guys on the council, but I think y'all been here for a while. It's this kind of stuff that really makes us, all of us, right? To where when you leave, somebody remembers how you helped a man up, and not beat them down, how you helped and listened, if nothing else, like Coach Ginn did, like Lavartha did, and nurturing us, and me as a grown man, married with kids and the whole deal. So I just wanted to say to everybody on the board, thank you. I wanted to come out and say that because I really, really did appreciate working with all of you guys, and I do appreciate what y'all have done. So on behalf of a grateful city, thank you so much.
At this time, I just want to say something because I don't want it to get lost. We have a council member, Mr. Stuart Weatherford, that has been serving just as long as these people, and he could, it could get lost in the shuffle when he's still here and they're gone. So I don't want this time to pass because Mr. Weatherford has been as instrumental in teaching us as they were. So I don't want him to get lost. If he decides not to run again or leave or whatever, one person don't get as much attention as 4 people with all these years. So thank you, Mr. Weatherford.
Thank you.
And I hope you can.
All right, I promise I'm gonna be short, but I didn't want to be the only person not to say anything. First of all, Mayor Hunter, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you did, not only for me, but for the city of Lake Charles. Just know that it didn't go unnoticed, man. I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna start from my left, but I agree. I'm gonna start with Mr. Weatherford. Obviously, Mr. IU, Mr. Marks, Ms. August, Mr. Guillen, and Mr. Eckert. I know we losing 4, but at the same time, I want to thank y'all just personally for me, for accepting an educator to come up here and sit with you guys. Many people hear about the Cattle Bears tells the story, where they often say it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I never thought that we had a worst of times series up here. But I appreciate everything that you guys done for me, from guidance to just mentorship to just a text message to a call. Thank you for accepting me where I was instead of expecting me where I wasn't. I really appreciate that for your guidance. A lot of times being on this side, as Sergeant Cross, Deputy Chief Cross said, man, a lot of people don't see what happens up here, whether it be the conversation or just the unconditional love or things like that. So I appreciate not only what you did for me, but what you did for the city of Lake Charles. So thank each and every one of you. It's appreciated.
Mr. Cardone?
Okay.
Minute, please. Recognize some of our outgoing council members.
All right.
Mayor, I'm gonna let you start off. This is Mr. Eckert.
Mark Eckert, get up here.
Now what I done
16
did.
years of service.
More speeches though.
I won't, I promise. Come on. One more picture.
Get in here, John.
You hear that, mister? My boy. Look at it.
Picture with Clancy.
All right. Continue.
That's wrong.
John Ayub, 16 years. Get over here.
Elvis.
Big John, Big John.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Hey, can y'all come up, family?
Oh, you didn't ask mom to come up.
Elvis.
I was gonna say,
You had to come up with the idea.
Can you hold this, please? Be careful.
How did yeah, there you go. Yeah, somebody short in front of me. Made me look taller.
Appreciate y'all so much.
Thanks, guys.
I need a redo with my wife.
I don't blame you.
Come on, Kimberly. Yes, get up here. It's just for the pictures and the
John,
speeches.
you see what you did?
Yeah.
He's calling his wife up now.
Don't blame him. Don't leave her out.
Miss August.
17 years.
Come join us. 17 years. Beautiful vase.
Thank you, Bertha. And last of all, Coach, the old man, they tell us, our mentor, 28 years.
Mr. Edwards sneaked in here and on us.
Okay. Now that we handled all of that, I'll
Correct.
we'll close. Mr. Weatherford.
Yeah, John.
I just wanted to thank and recognize my council mates who are leaving. It's been, I've known Rodney 28 years ago when I ran the first time unsuccessfully for council in a different district. So I've gotten to know Rodney over the last 20 years and become friends over that time. And with Ms. August and Mr. Eckert and Ms. I, we've all worked together well. And to I guess a point of advice that I want to take from Mr. Guillen, and to quote him, we have disagreed over, we all have had disagreements, but we've always agreed to disagree agreeably. And I think that's something important for the new guys that are here. Remember that we're not always going to be on the same page, but we are doing what we think is best for the city. And like Ms. always said, we can agree to disagree and we move on because none of it's personal. We're doing just what we think is best for our city. So I just wanted to thank y'all for y'all's service and working together, and I think we've been a good team, and wanted to just recognize y'all for that.
Thank you.
And I also want to recognize Marshall Simeon. He's going to be the new mayor, and we served 8 years together and sat next to each other. I don't know that it was all 8 years, but at least 6 to 7 of those years. And I know he's going to be a great mayor, and we kind of were baptism by fire. We got elected and came in right before Hurricane Rita. And Rita hit, well, first Katrina hit New Orleans. And so we had a lot of New Orleans evacuees that we worked together with to help through that. And then we had to turn around along with, and it was Mayor Roach then, and had to turn around and evacuate evacuees, help in that, and then evacuate our city. And we weathered through that, and I'm looking forward to working with you for the next 4 years as well. So thank you.
I would be remiss if I would not recognize a couple of people right here that was with us every time we called and get things done. It was done like magic, and that is Lynn Thibodeau. Would you please stand, because you served this council for a number of years. She was excellent. And Renee, would you please stand as well, who took her place. David Morgan, I want to let you know that you were far beyond a friend, beyond the council, and I want to thank you for it. And I want to thank you, John, for your wisdom and guidance. Every time I called for personal favors, you were there. So thank you so much. Those people meant a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pastor always has to have the last word, right?
But a woman usually.
All right. With that being said, I know, we don't have a heaven to put anybody in, but the Bible says, I'm going to repeat what I read in the Bible. To the mayor, to the council that's going out, job well done. Job well done. Moving on. Miss Renee?
You need to do roll call.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you ready? Mr. Eckert?
Here.
Mr. Guillen?
Here.
Mr. August?
Here.
Miss August.
Here.
Mr. Marks?
Here.
Mr. Harvey?
Here.
Mr. Ayub?
Here.
And Mr. Weatherford?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Please
Minutes.
votes on the minutes.
I'm well with that.
7-4.
All right. We're deleting number 9, number 16, and number 22. We're deleting 9, 16, and 22. We're deferring number 1 to July 2nd, 2025. Deferring number 7 to July 16th, 2025. Deferring number 1, July 2nd, 2025. Number 7, July 16th, 2025. All right, number 2, appoint a chairman to review bids for project number LCR 49, Buddy Prejean enhancement, park enhancements. Let's see. That's what I'm me. That's Greg Marks. I take it. Public hearings. Number 3, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1726 8th Street. Corey Hale, owner. Mr. Hester.
Good evening, council, and this is a residential structure, and the house is, you can see in the pictures, there's roof damage to the house, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of this house.
Off for the record, photographs of the subject property. This is a rehearing from April 16th.
I don't have any cards, Ms. August.
I do know, Mr. President.
Yes,
that
sir.
The guy, this is the guy that got the tax title. He's been here a couple of
Right.
times. He did tell us today that he is still working with a title attorney to
Right.
clear title for him. And I believe the building is secured. But just wanted to let y'all know he has been in touch, but he's not here tonight.
Should I defer it?
Yes, ma'am, because I know the guy's been working on it pretty diligently. I don't think he's trying to delay. He's just trying to clear up a tax title.
I move to defer
How long?
Why don't we say 60 days?
60 days.
Defer 60 days, please vote.
7-4.
Number 4, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1517 Fournette Street, including all 3 structures. Serenity Oaks Property LLC, owner. Mr. Hester.
And it's only one structure, and then you can see in the pictures, it's open to the public. This structure has severe roof damage to this structure, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Off for the record, photographs of the subject property, and this is a rehearing from May 21st.
Mr. Joshua Morrow Sr. Please come to the podium. State your name and address for the record.
My name is Joshua Morrow Sr. I'm at 1813 Broadmoor Drive, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I spoke with Ms. Shelley today, I think in the city attorney office, and we made phone calls to the state, unable to talk with anyone, but we left message, and they normally call us back, but I spoke with the state on yesterday, and they said they was going to contact the city of Lake Charles, city council, and take full responsibility of this property. Because right now we just got a contractor hired on. So right now the contractor and the bank is doing their paperwork to get this job completed.
Mr. Harvey.
So I know I spoke with Mr. Morrow a couple of times.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin, did we have the official documentation that we needed?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we have documentation, but we've spoken to them, and it is in a rental restoration program.
Okay. We're not going to demolish it. Can we defer it for 60 days?
Yes, sir. Let's set it for August 20th, and this would be his only notice.
That'd be good.
Okay.
Thank you.
This will be his only notice, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Morrow.
You understand that, Mr. Morrow?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Number 5, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing.
Vote.
Please vote. Defer.
7-4.
Number 5, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1517 Martha Street. Don Eric Muhammad, owner. Mr. Hester.
This is another storm damage residential structure. You can see in the pictures, there's roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Off for the record, photographs of the subject property, and this is a rehearing from April 16th.
Don Muhammad. Please come to the mic, state your name and address for the record.
Don Muhammad, 1517 Martha Street. I just gave some photos of some updated progress on repairs on the property. And what I'm here for is I would like the opportunity to continue making repairs. Mr. Hester has those photos with him now. And I've been working on it diligently. I'm going to continue to work on it.
Mr. Harvey.
Yes. I have no problem granting more time. It's just that long as it's in accordance with Mr. Hester's recommendations. I know last time we met, Mr. Hester, you had gave a list to Mr. Muhammad of recommended things that needed to be done.
Right, and he's working on it. I went out there he's making progress.
Okay, I'm willing to extend it. You still have an open permit?
Yes.
Okay.
It's good until
I'm
August.
willing to extend it for 90 days.
I just have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Muhammad, do you live in there or that's rental property?
No, I live in there. That's my residence. However, most of the damage is in the rear. It was an original cottage, so there was an add-on put in the back. And when the hurricane came, neighbor's tree dropped down on the rear, but it didn't affect me because I'm living in the cottage. I still got my electricity, my utility. I got all that. It's just the rear. And I'm getting it up together. Right now, I got that open end in the back. That's all closed off right now. So a lot of the work now is cosmetic.
Gotcha. So thank you, Mr. Muhammad, for coming follow up with us too.
90 days would
90
be to
days.
September 17th, and this would be the only notice.
90 days, please vote.
7-4.
Number 6, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 3026 General Marshall Street. Dream Investments LLC, Cecilia Jefferson, Barbara Combs, Catherine Gaskin, Michael Joseph DeVille, Brenda Joyce Jones, aka Brenda Joyce Guillory, Dexter Jerome Goodman, Armis King, Larry James King, Donald Ray King, Sheila Ann Simon King, and William Samuel King Jr. owners. Mr. Hester.
And this is a residential hurricane damage structure. You can see in the pictures there's roof damage to the structure, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure, and it is open to the public.
We have a card on that. We have a card.
Offer into the record photographs of the subject property and proof of service through the appointment of a curator.
Mr. Guillen, there's no card.
No card. Normal delays.
No more delays, please vote.
6-4.
Number 7 is deferred. Number 7 is deferred to July 16th. Number 8, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of 2 structures located at 1702 Commercial Street and 832 North Shattuck Street. Asusena Madrigal owner. Mr. Hester.
This is a residential apartment building, and you can send the pictures. It has severe roof damage to the roof, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Offer to the record photographs of subject property. This is a rehearing from May 21st.
Asusena Madrigal.
She's in Houston. I'm her son. I'm here to represent her.
Okay, please come to the mic. State your name and address for the record.
Edgar Madrigal. My address is 1826 8th Street, Lake Charles, Louisiana. With this property, we had met with Doug about a week or 2 weeks ago, and we decided that we're going to go ahead and pull the permit to demo it. We plan on maybe building a shop or coming back with a duplex in the future. But we're going to pull the permit this week to get it demoed. We demoed a Shattuck before, so we still have a foundation there. We're going to go ahead and demo the foundation with the whole building and all.
Doug, you need to add something before Mr. Harvey speaks?
I just want to say that's a true statement. We did have a sit-down with his mother and went through all the requirements to get him where he wants to be.
Mr. Harvey?
Being that we have that, would you just recommend normal delays since he's in?
Would. Do you think you can get it done in the next 60 days?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As long as the weather isn't bad, 90 days tops. But I think 60 days will be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend normal delays, but I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
There was a property adjacent to it that had the concrete. I know we have an ordinance in place that says you have to remove that.
Yes.
You guys gonna remove that one as well?
Yes, everything.
Okay.
We'll probably do the concrete first and then do the 1702 commercial. It's right next to each other.
I'm gonna recommend normal delays, and if you need more time, just come back and see us.
I think 90 days tops at the most, but should get done by 60.
You can do 30-90
That's
if you
cool.
want.
I'm gonna recommend 30-90.
3090, please vote.
7-4.
Number 9 is deleted.
Mr. President?
Yes,
can
sir.
Can you call up number 14? He's on that one also.
You want to move up 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 14, we'll drop down. Number 14 is an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 104 North Moss Street. Edgar Madrigal, owner. Mr. Hester.
And this is a residential hurricane damage structure. You can see in the pictures, they're putting a new roof on it, but there is exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Offer to the record photographs of subject property and proof of service through certified mail.
Mr. Madrigal,
Yes, sir.
state your name and address for the record.
Edgar Madrigal, 1626 8th Street, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
You want to tell us about it?
I built a new fence around it. I did a couple of improvements right after these pictures were taken. I have them right here with me if anybody wants to see them. I did try to pull a permit before on it, but I was gonna have to show a Louisiana contractor's permit deal for the back room. I already have the excavator there. I do want to repair it. I do want to repair it. There's no water leaks. I believe he said that we're doing roof work. We have not. I wanted to pull the permits within a week or two to demo the back room and rebuild it, do the framework, new windows, new siding, and fix the roof on that.
Okay. You mind letting Mr. Harvey have those pictures?
Yes, sir.
But Mr. Harvey, it's on you.
I've been by it recently. I've seen the updates. So this is what I do want to ask you.
Like 3 days ago.
I filed several property standards issues with this particular property. There's a lot of debris, things just external in the house that the neighbors have been complaining about it consistently. What's your plans for that? I know you built the fence more recently, but there's a lot.
Half of the stuff that was there was going to be used on the house, like most of the inside. Have you been inside or not?
No, I've been on the property.
Just on the outside. Okay. I did do the fence where it's not visible. Before, if you see in that picture, this door isn't there yet. This just got built like 4 days ago.
Gotcha.
It's this one lady who keeps calling you, I guess. I mean, there's a few people that, while they were building the fence, they're like, hey, there's a neighbor keeps driving by all day, like 3 times, taking pictures and doing this and doing that. I want to do all the full repairs for this home, from siding to new roof, windows. If I could get the permits pulled and everything working in order. Now, what I could say, like the delay on my end is like the commercial property. We have like 18 other properties, and the way grass is growing around here, we spent 2 days just cutting grass. So that's been the delay. But if I could get the permits pulled, we could get the house, back looking nice and everything in about 60 to 90 days as well.
I would feel more comfortable deferring this for 30 days. And coming back and making sure we follow with property standards, and then I can have a conversation with you in regards to the rest of the property. But let's defer for 30 days and then come back. But I know we have some issues with property standards on this particular property.
So that'll be a deferral to July 16th. You won't get another notice in the mail. You just come back here July 16th.
Okay. I'll give you these pictures.
And you can give them my number as well.
Defer for 30 days. Please vote.
Excuse me, Mr. Harvey, on that particular piece, are you anticipating him pulling a permit and start making repairs?
Yes.
The permit is pulled, it's just on hold. I think Terry was waiting on the contractor's estimate.
Okay.
We're working with him.
Okay.
7-4.
All right. We're back to number 10 now. An ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1609 Simmons Street. Alan Jones and Dorothy Marie Jones Revocable Living Trust, owner subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Mr. Hester.
This is a storm damaged structure, and you can see in the pictures the back part of the house has severe roof collapse on this structure. There's exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Offer the record photographs of the subject property and proof of service through the marshal's office.
No card. Mr. Harvey.
1515.
1515, please vote.
7-4.
Number 11, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2004 5th Street. Jamie Andres Ordonez and Natalia Ferrero Ordonez, owners. Mr. Hester.
This is a storm damaged residential structure, and you can see in the pictures there's roof damage, exterior wall damage, there's no windows in the house, and all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure, and it's open to the public, and they're filling it with tires.
Offer the record photographs of the subject property and proof of service through certified mail.
Ms. August.
You have a card?
No card.
No card. Mr. Hester, do you have any idea when this work was started? Seems like they've been doing some kind of construction work, structural work. Or were they just gutting it and left it like
I
that?
think they were just gutting it.
And we got tires in there?
Tires, lots of tires.
1515, I suggest.
1515, please vote.
7-4.
Number 12, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1029 Gulf Street, garage only. Eva Mae White, owner. Mr. Hester.
This is a storm damage. It's a garage only, and you can see in the pictures, the whole roof has collapsed on the structure. There's exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Offer to the record photographs of the subject property and proof of service to the marshal's office.
No card. Mr. Ayu.
I like the LSU blanket, but let's say 15-15. Hopefully she's safe.
1515, please vote.
7-4.
Number 13, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 3012 General Patton, Willie Morris Smith Senior Estate, and Gene Mitchell Smith, owners. Mr. Hester.
Storm damage residential structure. It's open to the public. There's roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure, and we've had lots of complaints from the neighbors.
Offer to the record photographs of the subject property and proof of service through the marshal's office and certified mail.
Smith.
Let's see.
Please come to the mic. Give your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Tracy Praler, 2304 20th Street, Lake Charles. And your name?
It wasn't the right house.
They didn't show the right pictures.
Thank you.
That wasn't our house.
Yeah.
We'll get it, but in the meantime,
State your name.
can you tell us what you want?
What's saying?
Oh.
We would like to keep the property. Our father was murdered in that house. I've been just going through a lot myself, trying to get my property together, and our goal is to keep it. We're trying to seek assistance from the city or the state for repairs, roof. We've boarded the house up, and there's people that go in and take all the boards down. We did everything we can to keep it secure, then we go back, we keep the grass cut. We're not sure what to do.
Well, before Mr. Guillen speaks, is y'all name one of these names that's on this property?
Both our parents are deceased.
But you are none of these two?
No.
Mr. Guillen?
Well, so you're going to be in charge of the house. Is that what you're saying?
All of us that's remaining, the siblings
Okay.
that's remaining.
So-
Can I say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Say what you say.
We've tried to get assistance, but they just by no one living in the house, they won't assist us when they had the free help and all that stuff. Just because no one's living there, they wouldn't assist us. It's not like we don't care.
Because at the time of the hurricane, one of my sons was living there, but no actual heir was living in the house. So we've been struggling trying to get and we just don't know what to do. We don't want to lose it.
Well, something is going to have to happen one way or another. That means you all going to have to repair it, get it cleaned up, repair it, and we'll work with you. So how long do you think it will be before you can start doing something with it?
Without any help, I really don't know how we would get it done. I really don't know.
Well, the neighbors are complaining about it. That's number one. And something has to happen. So I'm going to give you 60 days to see if you can get something going. And if you can, well, we'll work with you. I won't be here, but someone else will be here to work with you. So you'll have some time to think about what you're going to be doing.
Okay. Is there like I don't know, a plan? I don't know. We don't really know.
You don't know what to do.
Let me ask this. Okay, say we have it, the city demo it. How does that work? And us paying for the demo because we already don't have the money.
Well, a lien will be placed against the property. If it's torn down by the city, this gentleman right behind you will let you know about that. But if you can get the family together to try to come up with something and get the paperwork done, I guess a suggestion done in regards to show the ownership of that property, you might be able to get something going. But I'll give you 60 days to try to work that out.
He said.
Before we do that, Ms. August wanted to say something, but before Ms. August speak, Mr. Morgan, she asked a question about how does that work if we tear it down? Mr. Morgan, can you explain that?
Mr. Guillen hit on it. It would go on, you get an invoice in the mail. If you don't pay it at that time, by the time taxes are issued, property taxes, it would go as a lien on the property.
Okay, let's see if I'm understanding this right. Okay, it would be added on to the tax that we already pay yearly, right? Okay, so would that give us 3 years before they take ownership of the land?
Yes, ma'am.
Like that lien would have to be paid out in that 3 years.
That's right. It basically gives you 3 years.
Right.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry.
Let us
This
get the
is
60
Mr. Gaines. I'm
days.
just going to add something, but if you're going to say something.
well, I was just going to ask them if is this the route you want to take?
Well,
Let it be toned down, and
we have
you'll pay
our
the
brother.
taxes.
He's not here. He lives out of state as well.
Well,
and
he's not doing anything.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I don't know. Well, yes, I would say the demolition if there's no other alternative to get assistance in repairs.
No other way. So you'll be ready to let them demo it.
Well, I still want to hear what Ms. August had to say.
Now, I was just going to say that perhaps the reason you have not been accepted into any governmental program to fix it up is because you have not gone through succession. And you've got to go through succession to prove that you legally own the property.
Well, I did mention that to the different programs that we were trying to get, and they said it didn't matter because one of the heirs didn't live in the house at the time. I've tried city programs, I've tried state programs, all of that. Everything that was presented, I applied for everything.
She did. We did.
Well, it looks like nobody is going to take the lead in trying to get it repaired.
He's trying to say something, Mr. Guillen.
Well, I'm saying something right now.
Okay.
And,
excuse me, I didn't mean no disrespect.
So I'm just letting you know how we need to go ahead and wrap this up. Somebody want to say something about
I
it?
was just saying, do you think it would be possible for us to give them 30 days to figure out what you want to do?
I gave them 60. I'm giving them
Oh,
60.
okay.
60 days to determine what you're going to do. Now, within 60 days, if nothing is happening, we'll move to go ahead and demo it.
What you want to do? Is it 60 days?
Yeah, we'll do that. 60 days.
You sure?
Yes.
60?
Mama say yes.
Okay. If Mama said yes, that's the right thing to say.
Okay.
Mr. Guillen, are you saying
60 days.
defer it for 60?
We're going to defer it to, for 60 days, okay?
Okay.
And you'll be notified. They won't be notified. They have to come.
You won't get another notice in the mail or anything? You'll come back here on August 20th, same time, 5:30, August 20th.
Okay, and then say what we have decided on at that
Right.
time?
Right.
Okay.
Whatever you can do between now and then.
Okay.
That's what you need to do, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. And sir, I didn't mean to be rude, Mr. Guillen. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, that's okay. I know.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Deferred for 60 days, please vote. Number 15, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2120 4th Street, garage only. April Monique Ozane, Valerie, owner. Mr. Hester.
This is a storm damage. It's a garage only. And you can see in the pictures, it's totally collapsed. Exterior wall damage, exterior window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
For the record, photographs of the subject property and proof of service through the marshal's office.
Ms. August?
1515, look, there's a car there too. Is that part of the cleanup? Want to make sure. 1515.
1515, please vote.
Mr. President, can you
Yes,
call
sir.
the next two out and see if anyone's here? If not, we're going to request a deferral.
That's it, including, you talking about 17, 18?
17.
Anybody here for number 17?
You read it in, just to make sure.
Okay, number 17, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1630 Gifford Street. Deanie L. Jones Montgomery, owner, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Anybody's here for this item? Yes.
We request a deferral to July 16th.
Deferral to July 16, please vote.
You voting for both at the same time?
No, ma'am,
No,
just
separate.
17.
7-4.
Number 18, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2611 General Patch. David Nanette, Melka Renee Limon, Vanessa Madison, and Derek Anthony Gidrick, owners. Anybody's here for number 18? Item number 18.
We
We're gonna
request a deferral to July 16th.
Deferral to July 16th. Please vote.
7-4.
Ordinances for final action. An ordinance accepting the lowest responsive and responsible bid and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for the purchase of water infrastructure maintenance and repair parts for use by the Public Works Department Water Division. Mr. Weatherford.
Yes, sir. This is actually a multi-bid and multi-award, so I'll just go ahead and start reading. First successful bidder was Lafayette Windwater Works for categories 1, 2, 10, 13, 14, 16, in the amount of $181,300.50. Ferguson Water Works, categories 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17, 20, and 22, in the amount of $325,932.62. Coburn Supply, categories 4, 11, 18, 19, and 21, in the amount of $127,425.80. And one last successful bidder, ETEC Services, category 23, in the amount of $13,913.50. So I move that we accept all these bids.
Okay, any questions or comments? Please vote. And just for the record, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I said it, 7-4.
7-4, just for the record, this is a prime example of the new thing that we've instituted. This is the fact sheet for that particular item, and that's what we'll be doing going forward. So just so you know what's up on the screen. All right, we on number 20? Number 20. At this, do I still have to read it in, Dave, if I'm removing it?
You're removing it.
Okay, I'm making a motion to remove number 20, and I'd like to add some comments to why I'm removing this. The ordinance goes as an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lake Charles ratifying the provisions of the Lake Charles Police Department policies pertaining to the city police officers' utilization of mobile video and body-worn cameras that are currently in effect as it may be amended in the future. The reasoning behind this, me and other council members got together with the city attorney, and we were trying to get a policy that would give the camera policy some teeth. So in other words, if the officer didn't follow the protocol, there would be some sort of ramification or listing of I don't know what to call it, penalties that he could suffer if he didn't follow. Well, it was on the mistake of, I know I was one of them, that the part of the policy that I was reading, it wasn't contained in that. But after meeting with the chief and having him to explain everything, what we were looking for was already in the policy. It's just in a different section that I wasn't aware of at the time. So with that being said, that what we were trying to achieve was already in it. So it's no need for this ordinance, which is why I'm deleting it. So do I need to engage?
You made a motion. Since you made a motion, maybe get a second and
Second.
vote on it.
Got motion by Craig Marks, second by Mr. Eckert. Do we have to let anybody respond? No.
If they want to talk about your motion, which is simply to delete,
Okay.
they can speak. But
Okay, and I'll make it clear because I have 3 cards.
just so we're clear, it's not talking about the body cam policy. It's talking about the motion to delete.
Right. Just to repeat what he said, when you come up and speak, it has to be in reference to the motion, not the thing that's in number 20, because we're not even dealing with number 20.
Right.
So, Mr. Harvey.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know it was appropriate timing, but I too, I want to not to be redundant, but I want to thank Chief Caldwell and DC Nicosia for I was a part of that meeting and the thorough explanation. And I definitely found out some things that I had wrong interpretation to. And I know it started with Mr. Eckert providing us clarification at the last meeting. So thank you all for taking the time to explain what the process was. I appreciate that.
And just for the record, Mr. Miles Brown Mr. Milton Bellard, and Mr. Kenneth Ray Gay. Do any of you want to speak on the removal of this?
I don't. I'm Kenneth Gay.
Please come to the mic. State your name and address for the record.
Kenneth Gay at 518 Reed Street, Jr. Sorry, Kenneth Ray Gay Jr., 518 Reed Street, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I was allowed my time for Mr. Miles Brown. I'm always encouraged when I see citizens want to speak, but really there's no reason for me to even come up here because it basically nulls itself. But since you wanted to read out the names, but there's nothing to discuss. It's already deleted. But thank you. But
thank you. Any of the other two people? Anything? Come to the mic. State your name and address for the record, please. Mr. Miles Brown.
Miles Brown, 1020 4th Avenue. I just want to say I do agree that it needs to get, it was really no purpose of there ever being an ordinance on there. It doesn't change anything, so I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Moving on. Please vote.
Yeah.
7-4.
Number 21, an ordinance authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter a cooperative endeavor agreement with the State of Louisiana to receive allocated funds from the Act 776 of the 2024 regular legislative session. Number 21 states, the city is the recipient of a line item appropriation contained in Act 776 of the 2024 regular legislative session in the amount of $200,000. The funds will be used to fund the lakefront site. Any questions or comments?
Question.
Mr. Harvey.
Do we have plans for what we plan on using that $200,000 for?
Lakefront.
In the legislative session, there was, the only direction was towards the lakefront. And so, no, not yet.
Okay. Can we have some discussion before we decide?
Any other questions or comments?
Could this $200,000 be used for a new creation or a new project that hasn't been discussed or planned yet?
It can be. There wasn't a whole lot of direction in the act, and actually, they sometimes they'll just put, the delegation will put that kind of funding in there, and so we have to sign a CEA in order to even claim the money.
So we have a full autonomy to use it.
I have to let them know by June 30th.
Any other questions or comments? Please vote.
7-4.
Number 23, an ordinance authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with the Louisiana Municipal Association, LMA, for the LMA State Convention scheduled for July 29th through 31st, 2025 in Lake Charles. It says an ordinance authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with the LMA. The item authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into a cooperative agreement with the convention brings together municipal leaders from throughout the state. Basically, it's a municipality convention. Do I need to say anything more on it? All right. Any other questions or comments? Please vote.
7-4.
Number 24, an ordinance authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into a joint service agreement with the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, authorizing the Lake Charles Fire Department to continue to operate as the primary responding agency, providing emergency for fire protection services in the unincorporated areas of Ward 3 Fire District 2 of the parish, and to incorporate such items and conditions as may be necessary to maintain or improve operational and financial efficiencies. Any questions or comments? Please vote.
7-4.
Number 25, an ordinance authorizing the renewal of the joint services agreement between the City of Lake Charles and the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, authorizing the joint use, operation, and maintenance of the Calcasieu Emergency Response Training Center. Any questions or comments? Please vote.
7-4.
Any of these want to be pulled? No one? All right. Number 26, a resolution accepting project number CP 2894 Nelson Road 24-inch sewer line CIPP lining from Wilmax and South 400 feet as substantially complete and authorizing the advertising of the 45-day lien period. Number 27, hearing date is July 2nd. A resolution setting date for public hearing on alteration of a shoreline pre-lake to remove and replace an old timber boat dock and remove and replace old concrete bulkhead by installing vinyl sheeting and fill for bank line stabilization at 4,000 Lock Lane, lot number 13. Number 28, the hearing date for 28 through 32 is August 6th. Number 28, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 2008 12th Street, Natasha Young and Russell Young owners. 29, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 2011 Evans Street, Olivia Davis Trahan estate owners. Number 30, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 903 Mill Street, Florence Murchison Breeder, Marjorie Breeder, Leonard Charles V. Breeder, Charlene B. Norman, and Elizabeth A. Breeder owners. Number 31, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 1803 13th Street. Don Hammock Hoffpile owner, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Number 32, a resolution setting date for public hearing on condemnation of a structure located at 512 Lobato Street. Stanley E. Keller only. Shed only. Please vote.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
This is our last vote ever.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
I'm filming it.
All right. Drum roll, please. Please vote.
7-4.
The following ordinances are for introduction by consent and will be read into the record following this meeting at 9 a.m. Friday in the City Council chambers in City Hall. Before we hit that gavel, I'd like to say thank you for your service, and we appreciate you.
Thank you,
This
Mark.
meeting is over.
All right.
Better still answer my calls, Mark.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. Eckert.
Yes, sir.
Jerry,
You ain't gonna be
appreciate
here.
everything, man.
You gonna be gone.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Look what drug you right here. I know, right?
All right, buddy. Look what, man. Okay.
Y'all agree, I was just reading, kind of dropping this.